Hey YouTube, this is my Q&A number 11. I can't even fit that many on my hands. Say every world record you can in 15 seconds. Okay, 5.25, 3x3, 6.54, 3x3 average, 0.58, 2x2 single, 1.32 Pira single, 2.52 Pira average. That's as far as I'm gonna get with that one. Where did you learn to code? So I started learning HTML a few years back because over the summer I wanted to learn how to program and stuff. So I started learning HTML and I thought it was really cool. And then I kind of gave it up. So then at school last year we started learning some languages, and we started with Python, then we did HTML and CSS and like a very tiny amount of JavaScript, but not enough that I actually know any of that. And then this year we're learning Java in school, and that's like the only language we're doing all year. So it's pretty cool. I really like programming, and that's where I learned all the languages, pretty much just school. What do you see yourself averaging in Pira by Nats 2016? So I could see myself averaging around maybe 3.5, maybe low 3s in Pira. That might be pushing it a little bit too far, but I don't see why it can't happen if I keep practicing. Now I average around 4 seconds, so I think I could get sub 4 pretty soon with just a little more practice, and then maybe 3.5-ish. Are you good at math, and do you like math? So this is a question I get from a lot of non-cubers, but this is actually a serious question in this case. So, am I good at math? I guess. I have a 97 average in pre-calc right now, so that's pretty cool. And I do really like it, so I guess I'd consider myself relatively good at math, and I do definitely like it. And can you look at my Chanel? I'm not really sure what that is. What do you think about the newest Mario game? I think the newest Mario game is Super Mario Maker, although I might be forgetting something that came out recently. But that's the newest game I have, and I absolutely love Super Mario Maker. Yeah, all my levels are linked back in that Super Mario Maker Rubik's Cube video, but yeah, I absolutely love that game. I'm playing it pretty much every day. What are your favorite Zeldas, not just Wind Waker HD? So yeah, Wind Waker HD is my favorite, but my second favorite would probably be Link to the Past, because that's the only other one I've beaten. I also like Link Between Worlds and Link's Awakening DX, but those, I'm pretty much just naming all the ones I've played at this point. How much time of your life did you waste reading this comment? Well, I like to think that I didn't waste any time reading this comment, because in that time, I got to not only answer a question, but I also got to answer it in a YouTube video, which is very fulfilling to me. So I don't think I wasted any time reading your comment. Just kidding, like about 3-4 seconds. How many Pyraminxes do you have, and will you buy a new one? So I have 5 right now: QJ, Shangxiao, Moyu, Dion, and Chi. And I would buy a new one if a good one came out, or like pretty much if any other one came out that looks good. Pulls look at my Chainly. I'm not really sure what that is. Who's smarter, Ava or Derpy? John C. If Ava hated Pira, what would you do? Well, she does hate Pira, and right now I'm filming a video in my room with no one else around, so that's probably what I'd do. If your YouTube name wasn't DGCubes, what would it be? This is actually a really funny question, because my name is John C. My name actually kind of isn't DGCubes, or at least I didn't want it to be. So when I made my YouTube channel, I thought, okay, I'm gonna make an awesome YouTube channel, but I need a name. So what do? So I came up with a bunch of names. I remember writing them down on paper, and I finally settled on DGCubed. That's right, DGCubed. And then I made a Gmail account, dgcubed@gmail.com, and that's why if you want to send an email to me, that's what it is. And then for some reason, I tried making the YouTube channel with that name, and I think I did, but some sort of crazy internet stuff went on, and I tried using that name again, and for some reason they said it was taken. So I went to my second choice, which was DGCubes. So the channel you're watching right now was just a second choice. What is your opinion on competitor limits at cubing competitions? So I think they can actually be pretty useful. As long as the competitor limit isn't too low, like, 20 or something, I think it's actually a good idea, because if there are too many people, you can't have all that many events, and it's not like they're being unfair and saying, oh, well, if you're slow, you can't come. It's more like, if you didn't sign up, you can't come, which I think is very logical. So, I mean, as long as you're checking the WCA every day, there's no way you'll miss a competition with a competitor limit even. How would you react if you got a world record in clock? Okay, serious answer. I would be very happy. Even though it's clock, I would still be really happy just because that's the sort of person I am. If I do something good in any event, I'd be really happy. Like, even when I break my clock PB, I still, like, clap, even though it's clock. When is your next contest? I'm gonna say 10,000 subscribers at this point. Will you ever compete in clock? is your next competition? So I'm going to Manhasset Fall 2015 a week from today, which will probably be only a few days from the time you're watching this video because it takes me a while to edit. And then after that, on December 19th, I'm going to the Liberty Science Center Open 2015. So I'm really excited for both of those. What do you think the Cubicle.us's next premium 3x3s will be? I think they might do a GANs. I don't know if they have already, but I think they probably should at some point. How do you deal with hateful comments? Okay, I really like this question. So I definitely get hateful comments on my channel. It's not a lot. Most of the comments I get are really nice, but sometimes I do get an occasional hateful comment. And so basically I deal with it by A, ignoring it, and B, laughing at it. And I know that sounds really cliche and just, you know, kind of a lame answer, but that is honestly what I do. I see these comments and they're like, "You're stupid, I hate your videos, everyone unsubscribe," and stuff like that. And then I just look at that and I'm like, wow, this person had the time to write that comment just because for whatever reason they don't like me. So, I don't know. I don't think there's a need for hateful comments, so I just ignore them. And usually I'll like copy and paste it in a chat I have with my friends and we'll all just laugh about it. What did you tell your parents when you wanted to be a cuber? So, this was actually a really tough time for me when I realized that I wanted to be a cuber in my heart. So I approached the subject very cautiously and gently, and I went up to them and said, "I want to be a cuber." And they were supportive, which was really good. It was a really tough time though, but I'm finally through it. I am an open cuber, so yeah. Can you give me a shootout? That's a little violent, don't you think? Anyway, those are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. If you have any more, leave them down in the comments right here, and maybe I'll answer them in Q&A number 12. That's too many. Wow, that's so awkward. Please, nobody screenshot that.